Good morning, guys. I'm out here at the North Slope Trailhead again. I'm gonna go cross-country skiing yet again. Seems to be the thing to do this time of year. I'm gonna go head up to the Lily Lake Yurt and see if there's no one there. I'll give you a tour of a yurt. Otherwise, we're just gonna go for a ski today. Okay, well, I've made it to the Sage Straw Loop and the Osler Loop junction. Another map. I have been going that way to the Bear Claw and the Warming Hut. Today we're going to head further east and go to the East Fork Yurt. And my truck was the only one in the parking lot, so I really can't imagine anybody being there, but never surprised if they are. Whew. So this trail up is all up. Not crazy uphill, but just enough. It's going to be way more fun to go down. So just over the edge here is the East Fork of the Bear River. We'll just keep trudging on. All right, well, we made it to yet another junction. I will be going this way to the East Fork Yurt. That way takes you to the Lily Lake Yurt. Okay, so we're here on this map, and I'm just headed up to here to the East Fork Yurt and then back out. But I'm hoping, or later on in this year, that I'll be able to make it up here to Dead Man's Traverse and then bring this loop out. Because once you get up here, it's kind of all downhill back, so it doesn't take near the energy to go down as it does to go up. That'll be for another trip, though. I was hoping it would give us the mileage, but we're close. So just at that last junction, I passed the guy that grooms the trails. I think he has a pretty cool job. He told me it has its days, which I'm sure it does. Well, this is just what I was hoping for. This is the trail into the yurt. Only tracks on it are my dogs. So let's go down and have a tour. is the East Fork Yurt. And if you go right down this little ravine, the river's right down there at the bottom, and you can actually collect water. It is beaver pond water, so I don't recommend drinking it without cooking it, boiling it. You can actually hear water running. It's very peaceful here. Okay, so the yurts come with lots of ways to cook. This is hooked up to a large propane tank that they have just up the trail. We passed it on the way in. Oh, and some unsmart person when they left the skylight open, it looks like. These do open. And it snowed in here. So there is a 2-burner Coleman stove. Old school Fisher wood stove. And I thought maybe they took it out. I thought there used to be, and maybe it's in one of the other yurts, a propane stove. Maybe that's just in one of the other ones. But this one sleeps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you could do 2 on each one. You could get 12 people in here, but it'd be cramped. The windows that open up let light in. So along with the stove and wood, you don't have to go cut your own wood. There's dishes. Cutlery. Bags, matches. Looks like somebody left a diaper. First aid kit. All sorts of cleaning supplies. And dishes. And we use this big pot when we stay here to boil water to do dishwasher. And then there's fry pans, tea kettles, saucepans. Kind of everything you need. You don't really need to bring your own dishes here. So there's the information to make reservations. I'm going to boil up some soup and eat, and then I'm going to get out of here. All right, so also with the yurt rental, there's more firewood than you could ever burn. And back here in the back is a porta potty. Alright, so where I'm a non-paying guest, I'm still using my own gas. I could certainly use their propane, but I haven't paid for anything. I'm just up here leeching off the goodness of Aurora. So I'm going to sit out here. I did shovel the walks for him, the deck for him. I'm going to sit out here and enjoy the view of Uinta Mountain while my water boils. I brought with me a simple ramen. This one has potato dices, corn, some cream cheese, or sour cream powder, sorry, and some peas, some tomato powder, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. Never put the sour cream powder in there. We'll make a cream of something soup today. And then a couple packets of hot chocolate. We'll sit here and enjoy the view, take a rest, and then Going out of here is not all downhill, but it's mostly downhill. I'm looking forward to that. So while I was outside enjoying the view and not paying attention, my soup boiled over. It's not quite done yet, but it put the flame out. Made a little bit of a mess. One of the reasons I bought this stove, not all canister stoves will do this, but this will simmer, and I just got busy enjoying the view out there and forgot to turn the stove down. So I'm going to light it back up. Looks like I'll add a little bit more water and simmer it up. Yeah, just turn down a little bit. This will just simmer this and keep it warm without boiling over. A lot of the stoves are either on or they're off. And this one I can get it roaring. Or just keep a nice simmer. Good. So I really wanted to show this before I was done eating it. All of the stuff I use is freeze-dried, so it doesn't take very long. Dehydrated food sometimes takes, several minutes, 10, 15 minutes to fully hydrate. Freeze-dried takes a minute, and it's right back where it was. The peas are fresh, the corn tastes super sweet. The thing that I did today I've never done before is I added just a little bit of sour cream powder. And I always put a little tomato powder in there, but I have for probably $1 worth of supplies I have from my home, I've made myself a creamy tomato noodle with corn, potatoes, and peas. And I put just a little pinch of cayenne so it tickles your tongue when you eat it. Not too much. And it's ramen. It's ramen noodles, like a 5-cent packet from the store, and I've turned this into one of the best meals I've ever had in the backcountry. So just as an experiment, I've always carried water with me, which may seem silly when there's snow everywhere. So I have taken this cup, and it's already sinking down, and packed snow in it, just as full as I could get it, right level with the top. I'm gonna melt it down and we'll see how much it makes. My guess is about a 1/4 inch in the bottom of that cup. And that's why I carry water and don't melt snow. The snow in the Uintas here is very, very dry. Utah's known for their powder. It's because there's not a lot of moisture content in it. So when it comes to boiling for water, it just isn't. There's just not much to it. So we'll see how much we get. So after boiling all that snow down, ended up with almost an inch of water in the bottom. But this cup is 4 or 5 inches tall. So in order to fill this thing up, I'd have to boil 4 to 5 times, and it took about 2 minutes worth of fuel each time I boiled it. So it just isn't worth it unless you don't have any other choice. Carry a liter of water. Okay, here's one last shot of the yurt before I go. I swept the snow off the table and swept the floor up best I could. Leave it better than I found it. So we'll shut everything up. Leave it leave it better than we found it. So now I'm gonna head back up this hill and up a little bit of hill, and then it should be pretty downhill the rest of the way. So All right, well, I made it back to my truck. I didn't start my track at the beginning of the trailhead, but it would only be off by a couple hundred yards. But it says I went 3.6 miles plus a couple hundred yards. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the yurts. You know, just because it's wintertime, I know a lot of people that love to hike and camp, and as soon as wintertime comes, they just quit. There's no reason to stop. Let the adventures continue. Get some snowshoes or some skis, or these trails are packed enough you could walk on them. So don't find excuses to quit going outside. So thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the trip. Please give me a subscribe if you haven't, thumbs up if you would, and thanks for watching.